Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cell Phone Buyers Recyclers. They want to buy your cell phone old, broken, or you're just trying to get rid of it. You can contact them right at the number on the screen, text or call. Also, their social media and website is in the description if that's more convenient. If you share their social media accounts on social media, get a chance to win an iPhone. Go check them out. All right, ready to do this NBA rundown video. I would like to do a live, but I gotta do Hip Hop 101 today. So we were supposed to do it yesterday. I didn't get to it, but let's do an NBA video real quick, man. So we're gonna talk about Bronny drops his top 5 players, not including his dad. Caught the eye of one NBA player in particular, and I think he definitely deserves his flowers. He's just in a bad market. Also gonna talk about VC Vinsanity officially retiring after 1,000 years in the league. I've been watching him since I was a kid. But first, we're gonna talk about the NBA. Some of the updates with the coronavirus going on. So let's get to that. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Haven't been watching ESPN, so I don't know what Stephen A. Smith been saying. I've seen Tom Business. Go check his channel out, Tom Business, Bidness, excuse me. Going in on Stephen A. Smith, but you know, it's the usual with him. But what's going on right now is that Malcolm Brogdon has tested positive. Jokic has tested positive. 2 Phoenix Suns, they opened their practice facility, has tested positive. Buddy Hield's tested positive. Another member of the Denver Nuggets tested positive, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Zach Lowe is reporting that there are many, many more unreported positive tests that are basically not being reported by the NBA or not being revealed to the ESPN. So there are many more corona positive tests in the NBA, and it's still been pretty much a power struggle. I know Patrick Beverley went in on Jared Dudley for saying that he fears soft tissue injuries, and Beverly said basketball is a 24/7, 365 type of game, but he don't know what he's talking about. When you talking about veterans that been sitting at home, that's been fat, been laying pipe to that girl, and not been active, of course soft tissue injuries are going to happen. At the end of the day, you got some guys that need the money, and you got some guys that don't need the money. A lot of guys you got opting out that don't need the money. Ariza, Dwight Howard, Avery Bradley, they made way more money in their career than what they probably making with their team right now. So they financially secure and probably financially free and invested their money the right way. It's hard to walk away from a situation when you need the money. You know, you're willing to risk your life to go make money. So at the same time, I'm not surprised that like a couple of days before the NBA is supposed to actually report to Orlando or whatever it is, that it's a lot more players that's tested positive. No, I'm not surprised. They can put the rings on their finger all they want to, but what people need to understand now that more tests is available and it's more education known about the coronavirus, there's a lot of people that have it. There's a lot of people that wasn't living by the rules and staying at home. It was a lot of people that were and still got it. You know what I'm saying? So you can get mad at a lot of these players or whatever and say, I want to start. I heard that Tom said, Stephen A. Smith said we only need the superstars. I agree. Just put the teams there that got an honest chance at winning. You know, you're really looking at the Lakers, the Clippers. You know, maybe you want to say the Nuggets. If Jokic's not there, then I wouldn't say the Nuggets. You know, you want to say the Rockets. Just say that's your 4. I could be missing a team or 2 there. All right. Then you go to the East. You're probably looking at Philly, depending on who healthy there. You're looking at Philly. You're looking at maybe Indiana, Miami, Boston, and Milwaukee. So you can really go into a season with add another team there. You can go into the season with 10 teams and have them play each other, you know, for 8 regular season games, 3 preseason games, however you want to do it. And then you could just do a short tournament. You know, you could do like a round robin tournament or something like that. But it really depends on who got it, bro. A lot of people going to have it, and it's not that easy to get rid of. Some people it passed through 10 to 14 days. You come back, you get a negative test. You got to test again, get a negative test. Some people come back after 10 to 14 days, test positive. They got to wait another 10 to 14 days and get 2 negative tests to be able to return. So it's not even 100% sure testing. That's the thing about it. You know what I'm saying? You can have a false positive. You can have a false negative. It's so much stuff they don't know about the virus. And when you don't really know and you ignorant to a situation, do you really want to put other people at risk? Also heard that Brad Stevenson said that, you know, they want certain staffers and they want family members there. They want to allow family members. They want to allow some staffers and some family members in the bubble, as we know. But he's saying that, you know, they should consider it. But then again, who pocket is it coming out of? All right, we already going to test, you know, 22 teams, officials, people that's going to be working at the resorts. And you want me to come and test another, you know, 1,000 people? You know what I'm saying? To be inside the bubble and be responsible for them. The more people, the more risk. The more clutter, the more risk. You know, is the more risk. They talking about social distancing. Ain't no social distancing on the basketball court. You know, and Lord forbid somebody in the bubble who had a false negative get into the bubble and infect everybody else. Like I said before, they should just take the loss. They should take the loss. And a lot of people don't want to hear that because they want some type of entertainment. ESPN, Undisputed, they need something to talk about. I get it. Without sports, it's a lot of dudes that's going to be on the streets. Or, you know, and it's going to be a lot of dudes that don't have nothing to talk about. But, to be honest, that's just, you know, if they want to risk it, you know, shit, don't even test. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a bubble. Let them go out there and play. Fuck testing. That's how I feel about it. So it's a lot of people that got more positive tests than they reporting. And I knew this was going to happen. Everything that I'm saying is coming to the light. And people was criticizing me saying, oh, man, you don't know what you're talking about. They need to play this, that, and you just need that for your entertainment because you bored. A lot of dudes that complain about that live and sleep and die for basketball, that's grown men. They ain't got no women. You know, they still losing, you know, Jernigan's lotion and they bored at the house, you know what I'm saying? They don't have no life. Living in mom's basement. Real grown men that have lives, you know, my life numbers revolve around basketball. Maybe 15 years ago it did, but shit. When you got priorities, you gotta bring bacon home and you gotta take care of your family, you know, don't no real grown men got no time to sit down and watch basketball all day. Real talk. You trying to make plays and make shit happen, but I understand if you're younger or whatever, but there's even bigger problems. What about going back to college? A lot of the college players and you can't test every student. So at the end of the day, it's at the point where they might as well just say, fuck testing, just wear masks. And if you know, start to get symptoms, you start to get sick, you know, then we'll handle it. At this point, you know, it's way more cases of people not showing symptoms than dying. And I'm not just saying cases from people that don't die or don't show symptoms. I'm just talking about people that get it and don't show symptoms at all. I'm not talking about people that show symptoms, excuse me. So it's more people that don't show symptoms than all the rest combined to me that die, that show symptoms, and anywhere in between. So fuck testing. You know what I'm saying? Had them sign a waiver, have them play. You know, Malcolm Brogdon was out there in Atlanta marching, and he got it. Is he sick? No. Donovan Mitchell, he experienced a little bit of something. He still here. Christian Woods had experienced a little bit of something. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, a lot of the people that's dying from the coronavirus are, you know, the older people in the nursing homes. And one thing about the nursing homes is that a lot of them is dying because of pneumonia. Them sitting in beds and not being able to get up and walk around. You know, but hey, let's change gears. Excuse me, man. Change gears. And Vince Carter announced his retirement. Is he done? Is he finished? He both. You know, he played in a lot of places throughout his career. I remember him in Toronto, and then he went over to New Jersey. Yeah, I think he played for Dallas. He played in a lot of different places, man. And people want to know, like Roy Jones Jr., did he diminish his legacy? To me, once you do something phenomenal, you do something that ain't really been done before, that don't diminish your legacy. To the youth it do, because the youth didn't see Vince Carter. He been in the league since what, 96, 97? Vince Carter was some years that Vince Carter almost averaged 30 points a game, or right there at the cusp, maybe averaged a little bit more. You know, Vince Carter was the truth, you know, on the basketball court. He did lose to my boy, my GOAT, Allen Iverson in the playoff. I think the year Iverson and them and Larry Brown went to the championship, but, you know, Vince Carter could score it at the best. He could play above the rim. He was athletic. He could shoot it. Definitely a Hall of Famer in my book. I believe is the greatest dunker of all time. Yes, over Dominique. Yes, over Jordan. Vince Carter was the most creative dunker of all time. You know what I'm saying? You talking about some of the things he was able to do, put his arm in the rim, and, you know, the windmill 360. I mean, his in-game dunks, dunking over that big 7+ footer dude in the Olympics, banging on Alonzo Mourning. Like, and Vince Carter was a great fucking guy, though. You know, that's what the thing you talk about. Usually you talk about guys that's talented like him and they got shitty personalities, but you won't hear too many people say anything bad about Vince Carter. Vince Carter was an outstanding citizen. Vince Carter was a complete package. Like I said before, man, you know, you seen Gilbert Arenas hating on him, saying that, you know, why is he playing so long, taking away from another young person's opportunity? At this point, if you can't beat out Vince Carter, 41-year-old Vince Carter, whatever he is, you don't deserve to be in the league, no way. You know what I'm saying? You need veterans on the bench. There's a lot of veterans in the NBA who don't get no burn. That's important. Jared Dudley, he's very important to the camaraderie of the Los Angeles Lakers locker room. You need those vets on the bench. So Gilbert Arenas was just hating on Vince Carter because that couldn't be him. He couldn't play no more. So you get a lot of jealousy and envy amongst, other players, especially black people. They don't be wanting to see people succeed and break records. It's just, us being oppressed over here for over 300 years. We fear each other more than we fear anything. They sit out here and say the cops and the police brutality, but we fear each other more than police brutality. But don't nobody want to admit that, man. But other than that, man, happy retirement to Vince Carter. I had to give him a shout out. One of the the greatest dunker of all time, in-game dunker, dunk contest, whatever you want to call it, man. So VC enjoy retirement. And, I'm pretty sure he can get a job wherever you want. If it be some basketball play, man. So great guy, great personality, 100 dude. But let's move on. Bronny dropped his top 5 in no order. And besides his dad, he said Giannis, AD, Anthony Davis, James Harden, also Kevin Durant, and he said Damian Lillard. And Damian Lillard, gave him a shout out. You know what I'm saying? I think Damian Lillard is the best point guard in the game. People talk about Steph Curry and all this, that, and the third. In my opinion, I just don't see Steph Curry. He can carry the Trailblazers. They probably wouldn't be a playoff team, with him, and never would have made a Western Conference run. He's just in a better situation. It's a lot of players that just ended up in better situations, and that's why they was looked at and succeeded more. If Charles Barkley was in the right situation, maybe he would have had 2 or 3 championship rings, and we'd be looking at Chuck a little bit different. Malone too. Maybe he have a few championship rings. So, at the end of the day, a lot of times, being in the situation, it changes the course of history. Imagine if Steph Curry went to the Knicks. Would Steph Curry, still be mentioned like he is with the Knicks? No. Some players going to be good regardless. You put LeBron wherever, LeBron going to float wherever. Whatever in the league. He going to float in New York. He going to float in Brooklyn. He going to float in Orlando. He going to float in Sacramento. He's just a generational talent. Michael Jordan the same. Hakeem Olajuwon the same. Shaquille O'Neal the same. Some players, that's how you know how really, really great players is. Some players going to win regardless. You know what I'm saying? Some players going to still put up numbers and still be respectable regardless. Steph Curry ain't one of those players to me. I think Dame Lillard is a better player than him. He's just in a better situation, in a situation that fit him. Maybe you put Dame in Golden State. Maybe Dame, ain't successful as Steph Curry in Golden State. We can have that argument, though, but I do think Dame is probably one of the 5 best players in the league. He just don't get the credit because he's in Portland. You know what I'm saying? And, maybe he should get out of there. And if he goes somewhere like Milwaukee, or he goes somewhere like Miami, and people are able to see what he really can do in those type of systems, Damian Lillard probably going to be a lot of people's favorite basketball player, and he's probably going to be a lot of people's ace. I'm telling you, bro, he's a dog, bro. He's one of the best basketball players in the league. Big shot taker, big shot maker. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be unfortunate, if he didn't get somewhere where he could win. At the end of the day, sometimes you need to put your pride aside, but some people want to be Kobe Bryant and play their career out in one place and don't want to leave Portland, and I respect him for that. So I'm not knocking him, but I ain't got no problem with his top 5. Obviously he left Kawhi out. And I think Kawhi better than some of them dudes on the list. I think Kawhi better than James Harden. You know what I'm saying? You can make a case for Westbrook. A lot of them dudes, but that's his opinion. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, when a motherfucker been whooping your daddy and lock your daddy up for years, you ain't gonna have no respect for him. Big Brian come home. Oh, you said Kawhi top 5. Bronny, bend over. I'm gonna whoop your ass. I'm fucking with you. Brian's solid dude. He won't do that shit, man. But like I said before, my top 5 might be a little bit different, but I do put Anthony Davis this season in my top 5. I would probably say Kawhi, Giannis. Kevin Durant obviously ain't playing, but we know he probably the best player in the world right now. Kevin Durant. Well, this is besides Brian. Brian would be in there, but Kawhi, Giannis, Kevin Durant. It's tough. I like Lillard a lot, so I put Lillard there. And I don't know who'll be my last spot, man. I probably would say Joel Embiid when he's healthy. I think he's dominant. When Embiid was healthy, he's a dominant player. But there's a lot of good players in the league. You can mix it up. James Harden just not a winner. That's my problem. You put Harden in a winning situation, he still find a way to lose. People forgot that finals that he had. The finals that he had with OKC. He the one that didn't show up. Of course, they did cheat for Miami that series, but we don't need to talk about that. But I ain't got no problem, man. I think Damian Lillard is unappreciated. I think Damian Lillard is one of the best ball players in the league, in my humble opinion. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Happy retirement to Vince Carter. Best wishes to him. The best dunker of all time. In-game dunk contest. I don't think it's debatable, but somebody find a way to debate them. But hey, appreciate it. Don't forget to check out our NBA Talk playlist. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal, subscription. Best way to donate is share the video. One time for the one time. It's your boy CJ Goodfellow. Let me know what you guys think. We gone.